Hey everybody, welcome to MT Guitar. Today we're going to do a breakdown and a lesson of Just Like That by Bonnie Raitt, which just won Song of the Year at the Grammys. It was kind of a big shock because, you had a bunch of huge artists that are, sort of more in the headlines from day to day, including Taylor Swift, Adele, Beyonce, and Harry Styles and stuff. So they were all sort of in the running. And this was the only song in the entire category where it was just a single songwriter. Because nowadays, songwriting has kind of changed a bit. It's a lot of times a team effort. So this was just Bonnie Raitt. And she's actually not historically known as necessarily a very prolific songwriter because some of her biggest hits have been written by other people, including Angel from Montgomery, which was written by John Prine. And I do have a lesson for that. So I'll put my Bonnie Raitt playlist below. Speaking of John Prine, this song was dedicated to John Prine, obviously a huge influence on her. This album won Best Americana Performance, and of course John Prine is seen as one of the huge pillars of Americana music. Now I did just record a demo of this song where I went through about half the song playing each section once. You can watch that here. And also check out her version, of course, that goes without saying. So let's break down the song a little bit before we learn the guitar parts. I do recommend learning the song for your fingerstyle skills. It's Travis picking in drop D. So a little backstory about this song. It's quite touching and heavy. Bonnie had read a story about somebody who had passed away and his mother had donated his organs. And that mother later met the recipient. And she was really struck by this, obviously pretty profound event to read about. So she decided to write a song with that in mind. And sort of the song goes, if you look at the lyrics, where the man who had received the heart of the deceased son came up and said, thank you for this gift from your son and from you. So really, really touching and powerful. Of course, the music does a better job of conveying that power than words can. So highly recommend just listening to the song with that in mind. Okay, now musically, it's just 3 chords, believe it or not. So we're in the key of D, and we just have D, G, and A. Now, if you want to get a little technical, you could say, well, there's inversions and different ways to play those chords, but it's just D, G, and A. So 3-chord song. And in fact, we can kind of leave our ring finger at 1 fret the entire time, even as you go to other chords. So I'll show you about that as we zoom in and learn the parts. In talking about the song with a few others, it came up that this kind of reminds me of like a classic Bonnie Raitt sound. Her stuff in the 70s and 80s was really powerful and sort of really rootsy, and still is, but she had a lot of pop hits in the 90s, something to talk about, and I Can't Make You Love Me, which I do have a lesson for that as well. This kind of has that real rootsy acoustic blues kind of sound, Americana sound that reminds me of her older stuff. So really interesting that she wins a Grammy amongst all these modern artists for something that kind of reminds us of her classic sound. Kind of a funny thing there. So with that, we should probably jump in. There'll be a tab of this on the Patreon, as well as a chord sheet. And a really big thanks to all the patrons there. Hope you're having a wonderful weekend. Looking forward to jumping back onto the poll selections. So, sorry, not Grateful Dead. Radiohead's next, and stay tuned for that in the next couple days. Then it'll be Grateful Dead. I have some other lessons, of course, as always, coming down the pipeline, which I'm excited about as well. So remember to hit the thumbs up. Leave a comment if you'd like, saying hello, or just reacting to this song if you want to give it a listen. And let's jump on in and learn it. All right, let's go ahead and get into drop D. So you're going to tune that 6th string down to a D. We're in the key of D here. I'm going to show you some ways to finger these chords here that I think will be useful so that you only have to move the fingers you need to move, right? So Travis picking, just as a gentle reminder here that we always want to be constant with the thumb. So it's a good practice just on a D chord, 6th, 4th, back and forth. We have a main sort of interlude slash, intro that shows up throughout the whole song. So let's start there. And that's just a nice little 2-bar sort of breath before the vocals continue on, right, to the 2nd verse, and before they start with the 1st verse, etc. It's just a nice sort of interlude. So that would be 6th string, and then 4th and 2nd together. and then sixth, third, fourth. Now hammer on to second fret, third string. And then fourth string, second, sixth, third, fourth. Okay, so we do that twice. Great warm up to this song. Now A sus4. So, kind of a fun trick here. We're just going to place our middle finger on the second fret, fourth string, and we have an A sus automatically. So notice on the D, I'm not even messing with the middle finger on the first string. It's literally a D5. We're going to call it a D because we know it's a D major. But we don't need the first string at all. So that means the middle finger's free to simply change the chord with one finger to an A sus4. Now, I'm going to teach you exactly what Bonnie did. However, when I recorded it, to be completely honest, I just winged it. It doesn't really matter. And she has endless variations, right? Whether it's more active or not. Even just bass. Which finger, which string. As long as you're keeping to the general chord, you're all right, right? So I recommend venturing out from what I'll teach you. But for now, I'm going to teach you exactly what she did. And that's what I did. I learned that, and then I moved on, all right, to my own variations. So here's the verse. Okay, so that would be fifth, fourth, fifth, second, fourth for that bar. And then the next bar, same thing. And then you release for the next chord, all right? So that would be, to repeat that, fifth, fourth, fifth, second, fourth, fifth, fourth, fifth, second, fourth. All right? And then we release for the next chord, and you hit the third string. Now we have G over B, and all we need is this. Notice the third finger is never moving from the D to A sus4 to G over B. It's just rooted there. Now we go, fifth, second, fourth, third, fifth, second, fourth. So that would be, it's kind of swung, by the way. All right, so that would be from the A sus. And then back to the main interlude part. Again, repeat everything. So, another run through of the A sus to G. But this time a little variation. So again, constant variations throughout, right? So here's one, fifth, fourth, third, fifth, second, fourth. Back to the interlude. All right. And now actually it's just one time of the D before the pre-chorus. Alright, so now we have that. This is where she says, "Excuse me, ma'am, maybe you can help." Okay, so classic Bonnie Raitt riff here. Sort of a blues finger-picking thing here. So we're going to take fifth fret, second string, and slide to seventh fret. And then, so it's sixth and second together, slide, fourth, first string, fifth fret, and then bass, second string, bass. Now, slide 5 to 3 with the sixth string together. And then, back to your main pattern. So that would be. Right? Now, we're going to do sixth, second, fourth, but then this time over F sharp. Okay? Now, this is what I did. You're welcome to just keep doing D. But the bass clearly does this. So I thought I'd throw that in. And then G. Okay, so it's going to be. So I'm using the pinky. It's most comfortable for me. You can also use the ring finger. So I go sixth, fourth, sixth, third, fourth, second, sixth, third, fourth, third, sixth, second, fourth, third. Again, whatever strings you want, but that's what she played on that particular recording session. She probably would do it differently each time. So that would be. Okay, so let's take the whole pre-chorus. 3, 4. It's not me to talk so much. Okay, good. Now, G over B. This time, though, we're going to go 5th, 2nd, 4th. Move it up 2 frets to A over C sharp. 5th, 2nd, 4th. So that's. Then D. And it's really quick here. So it's just 6th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd. And we immediately go to G over B. And we do 2 bars there. So that's 5th, 4th, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, 5th, 3rd, 4th, 2nd, and then A sus4, right? And back to the interlude. Now she goes back to a verse. Okay, so we've already covered that. She plays a few more notes. A is much more active, so it's like 5th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 5th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, etc. But again, the variations are endless, right? So now we just have the chorus and hook left. This is when she says, "And just like that, your life can change." All right. So same 3 chords, but moved around in the order. So we're going to get to our G over B, but this time, for the first time, we're actually going to add the first string. We haven't been playing the first string at all, and now, you know, we have it there, 3rd fret, 1st string, and you're going to pinch 5th and 2nd together, and just like, and then 4th string, and then D, and again, this time you want the 1st string, so first time that the 1st string really shows up, and just like that, okay, like that, and then go to your A sus4. Again, try to just move 1 finger. That's going to be the best. Just like that, and then A sus4. Life can change. And then keep the Travis picking going. And then you have a D over F sharp to G. Again, pretty much the same as what we did with the Travis picking whatever notes you'd like. Then my boy would still be G over B. Right? And then A sus, and then D for 2 bars to A. Okay. Now we repeat everything, and then this time I wrote down the variation that she played. It's basically just picking different strings: 5th, 2nd, 4th, 3rd, 6th, 1st, 4th. This time A sus4 only for 1 bar. Now D over F sharp, G. Now, same move as prior, but we'll go up. Remember this, G over B, A over C sharp, D, and then straight to a G over B. A sus, sorry, actually not A sus, here it goes to A, D, but I did A sus in the demo, it's fine. Now on the interlude, it's extended for 2 beats, so before the na-na-na, it goes 6, 5, and then just repeat this hammer on, na-na-na, na. Now the na-na-na is like the chorus, but she extends the A. So let me run the entire chorus, then we'll do the hook, and then you'll be done. So, here we go. 3, 4. Just like that, your life can change. Always still be with me now. Keep it 25 today. Good. Again. interlude, extend 2 beats. Na na na. Okay, great. Now we're at the hook, final part to learn, and then you've learned all the parts and you can just make variations. So then the only thing to cover really on the hook is it extends on the A. So na na na, all the same as the chorus, but A. Let's do it for 3 bars. Na na na, back to D over F sharp, G. Good. Same move as before. You can also pinch the 5th and 2nd together both times. G over B. She actually just stays there for 3 bars. And then another verse, okay? So that's it. If you want to be exact, you can check out the Patreon. It's actually better just to get in that Travis picking mode, I would say, instead of memorizing every single note and then picking what string you want. What you should do is run through my tab a bunch and then learn it to forget it, as the jazz masters say. Learn it to forget it. There's my last piece of advice. Hopefully this is enjoyable for you and a nice addition to your repertoire. And as always, remember to enjoy, work through it slowly, and soak it in. All right? So we'll see you next lesson. Bye.